Hi, I'm Russ from Weights and Biases, and today I'll be discussing evaluating AI applications using W&B Weave. After scoping and building a prototype, the next step in the AI application development workflow is iterate, repeated, rigorous evaluation and optimization. A robust evaluations regimen is the cornerstone of a production-ready AI application. Because LLMs, the engine behind AI applications, are non-deterministic and therefore unpredictable, building an application capable of generating consistent output is a critical prerequisite to confident deployment into production. This challenge is one reason why AI applications are easy to demo, but hard to productionize. A thorough AI application evaluation process plays effectively the same role as unit testing applied to more traditional, non-LLM-based applications. But unlike unit tests, you don't have the luxury of definitive right or wrong results. Weave offers straightforward, easy-to-implement AI application performance evaluations by tracking every single data point and effectively organizing and visualizing all relevant inputs, outputs, code, and metadata. Whether optimizing your application via fine-tuning, experimenting with different RAG content or prompts, or changing LLMs and API call configuration settings, Weave allows you to measure the impact of every update across multiple dimensions, including accuracy, latency, cost, safety, and user experience. Improved performance leads to more consistent and desirable results, which, in turn, lead to greater confidence in your AI application. Let's start at the beginning and take a look at a prototype of a support agent, built to answer questions about returns and other customer support issues. We've logged into our account at W&B Electronics, a fictional online electronics retailer, and we're having second thoughts about something we recently ordered. I tell the support agent, I'd like to return one of the items I just bought. To assist you with your return, I need to know more details about the item you purchased, such as the type of product and when you received it. The agent's response makes us painfully aware that it lacks the ability to see our previous purchases and will probably only be able to help us understand the store's return policy in general, but not specifically as it pertains to the laptop we purchased a few days ago. Let's jump over to Weave and take a look at all of the information recorded from this interaction. This trace here at the top represents the quick back and forth with our support agent. And as I scroll across to the right, we can see a bunch of the trace data, as well as some of the aggregated metrics here at the end, including tokens, cost, latency, and trace size. And when I click on the trace, we can see the detailed trace tree and all of the inputs, outputs, metadata, and code from the interaction. Now, the response we receive from our agent is fine as a starting point. As we said, building demos and prototypes is easy. But now we've got to add some more functionality to our support agent and commit to rigorous evaluations to ensure we produce an experience for our end users that is ready for production deployment. Now that we've covered why evaluations are important, let's talk about how Weave evaluations work. An evaluation using Weave requires three things. First, an application. This could be as simple as a single LLM call, or something more complicated like a multi-step deep research agentic workflow. Next, we need data. These are the question and answer datasets that we use to assess how well our application is performing. And last, scores associated with the performance metrics we intend to measure. And while each of these objects may be initially introduced into your evaluation by way of your Python or TypeScript code, you can then easily opt for them to be stored in Weave and accessed using a reference that takes just a single line of code. Let me quickly show you in the Weave interface how to easily locate your applications, datasets, and scores. This is the Models page, where we can see all of our AI applications stored in version. If I click on one of the models, I can see all the model properties, instructions for how to call this model version directly from my code, and also a history of every trace where this model has been used. We can see all of our datasets here on the Datasets page. Clicking on one shows me every row of data in that dataset. As far as data management goes, I can easily add a new row or edit or delete any existing row. And here, I've also got instructions for how to call and use the datasets in my evaluations. And finally, here's the scores page. It includes both human annotation scores and the programmatic scores that are most frequently used for evaluations. Like the models we saw a moment ago, clicking on a score shows me all of its properties, and I can also see instructions for how to use it in my evaluations, and a detailed history of previous usage as well. We've worked closely with enough customers to understand the importance of flexibility when it comes to AI application development. And that's why, even though we've included a number of the most frequently used scores out of the box, like hallucination detection, moderation, and JSON and Pydantic data model validation, we also make it easy to either integrate third-party scores into your evaluations workflow or build your own custom scores. I'll show you a couple examples of custom scores in a moment as we dive into some Python code. This is a notebook version of our support agent application code. Walking through it step by step, I'll show you how we can quickly build an LLM-powered AI application using Weave, and then measure the performance of our application using evaluations. We start, as usual, importing libraries, loading environment variables, and here's that single line of code required to start recording all of your application's inputs, outputs, metadata, and code using Weave. Next, we've got a couple of functions, one to provide RAG content to our support agent, and the other a utility function to check JSON output to make sure it looks right. And now we get to the more interesting stuff, the retail support agent class that includes the properties and functions required to run our support agent. We can see the call to the function that grabs the RAG content, a wrapper around the question asked by the customer, and the API call to the LLM itself. And then, here at the bottom, a Python dictionary containing the LLM response, the initial question, and the context. And commented out here, directly below the class, is an example of how it would look if we were simply reusing a Weave model that we had already published, just a one-line reference versus including all the code that we have here. Next, we have the system prompt that we'll be using when we call the predict function in our application. The question: what is a common store return policy for a laptop purchased less than 15 days ago? An instantiation of our retail support agent class, and finally, the predict call. Now that we've seen how to create and call an application class using Weave, let's shift to our real focus, evaluations. We'll start by looking at 3 scores. The first is a built-in score that's included out of the box with Weave. We simply instantiate the hallucination-free score, provide it with a model ID and a column mapping to match our input data, and that's it. And because every detail about the score is available to you, it's easy to customize it in any way you see fit. For example, I've pasted the system prompt here down below. It's easy to create a custom hallucination score and change the system prompt or any of the other hallucination detection logistics as needed. Next, we've got an example of a custom-built score, our friendliness score. It's extremely important that our support agent is polite and provides a positive user experience to our customers. Here we've created an LLM as a judge score that assigns either a pass or fail grade to each of our application's responses to various questions included in our dataset. And finally, we've got our returnable score. We absolutely cannot have confidence in our application if it cannot use the return policy to correctly identify which purchase items are eligible for return and which are not. This score compares the decisions made by our support agent to actual verified return eligibility data provided in our dataset, right here. Admittedly, relatively small for the sake of our demo. Each row includes a question and a Boolean value indicating whether or not an item referenced in the question is returnable. And last, but certainly not least, here's the evaluation call. I've built an array of 4 LLMs, but just below, commented out, you can see how easy it would be to build an array of multiple applications by Weave reference that you'd want to evaluate. We create an evaluation, passing in our dataset and our scores. We then execute the evaluate call to run the evaluations. And then let's jump back over to Weave to check the results. This is the evaluations page. And just as with the traces page we explored earlier, I can scroll across to the right to see the high-level data associated with each evaluation, as well as the aggregated metrics here on the end. When I click on an evaluation, I can see the input data provided to the evaluation and the Weave model, the output consisting of the aggregated data from all of the scores used in the evaluation. And I could also see all of the individual traces associated with each question in our dataset. And if I click on one, we can see all of the calls to the hallucination-free score, the friendliness score, and the returnable score. But perhaps the most impactful way to view the evaluation results is on the Compare Evaluation page. If I go back to our list of evaluations and select these 4 and hit the Compare button, we get a number of charts showing a detailed comparison of each of our evaluated LLMs up on top. And as we scroll down the page, we can actually see a detailed comparison for each of the questions in our dataset, including inputs, outputs, and assigned scores. And it's easy to jump between individual questions using our back and forward arrow keys here. Given the results we see here, the different LLMs were all actually quite competitive across different metrics. Optimization and decisions regarding deployment are often characterized by trade-offs. Perhaps latency trumps friendliness or even accuracy in certain situations. Or accuracy may be the most important metric to track, no matter what the financial cost. I do like the low latency and high friendliness score of our Gemini model here. But it still is hallucinating a bit. Fortunately, I've got everything I need here in Weave for more optimization, evaluation, and iteration. When we chatted with our support agent earlier, we received a response that wasn't incorrect, but it also wasn't entirely helpful. Of course, that was just our prototype. Now that we've had a chance to further refine, add features to, and optimize our application, thanks to Weave evaluations, we should expect a much more informative and congenial conversation. Let's hit our support agent with the same line as before. I'd like to return one of the items I just bought. Perfect. Now a list of my recently purchased items and a readiness to assist. This is the type of experience I'd feel much more comfortable putting in front of my customers. Thanks so much for your time, and we invite you to sign up for Weave today, the first step in building and deploying your AI applications with confidence.